A question that I get asked lots of times is what is it that I need? You offer so many healing modalities, I don't know which one to pick. And it's not necessarily for you to pick. I'm very much guided by spirit in what it is that you need. It's not a one size fits all type of offering that I have. I tailor make each session for each person. So, depending on where you are on your evolutionary process, depending on where you are on your personal growth, depending on where you are stuck, depending on what is currently influencing you, blocking you, limiting you, be it mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or on any other levels. I help you clear that, to move beyond that, to elevate you. Uh, a lot of people are currently going through ascension symptoms of either headaches, body aches, sleepless night, insomnia, all kinds of uh, uh, effects on us psychologically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And it is, if you imagine um, us being like a computer, we receive so many downloads from the solar sun, from the solar flares. And it's if a computer receives a download, it needs to be rebooted. And sometimes we need to be rebooted and realigned. And uh, do whatever it is to help us shift our vibrational frequency, because if we're at a higher frequency we can handle more. But when we still operating, when you want to run a new program on an old system, there's sometimes glitches and flaws, and it doesn't operate so smoothly. So when you feel out of alignment, out of touch, it's probably time just to have a tune up, have something that can help you. And in the past, I mean, I have helped people with arthritis, I've helped people with lupus, I've helped people with high blood pressure, I've helped people with uh, all kinds of ailments where they had to have operations, and then after the healing they didn't have to have that anymore, um, because or they've had operations and the doctors can't find a fault, because it is mostly emotional or it's spiritual or it's on another level. So if you are not understanding yourself, if you feel out of sorts, then probably it is time for something. And you don't necessarily need to know what it is. It's just allow yourself to receive. I've had clients, they will come and then they just say, oh wow, I've never experienced something like that before. And then they'll send their spouse, then they'll send their children, then they'll send their friends. And I have so many people that will always refer others because of what I offer. And I would have comments of that was life changing. The way I felt before I entered your room and the way I felt leaving, I felt such a relief. I felt such a release, because it's heavy emotions that tend to affect us, and we don't realize how heavy those are until we get guided to help. Um, so release it. Everything is about releasing, becoming aware. We can't heal something at the same level of consciousness that it has been created with. So if we create any ailments or diseases within us without knowing, what am I doing to contribute to this? Or what am I doing to feed this? What am I doing to keep this alive? When we go to someone to help hold the mirror, to help reflect it, to help shine the light in those areas of our life where we are creating it. I've had a client once that after his session he said, oh wow, nobody ever told me this. If I just heard this a long time ago. So it is It's like you can't select something that you don't know is available. And I've had so many clients that was pleasantly surprised by the results, and not knowing that that was an option, not knowing that they could feel that way again. The one client, after his session, he said, Fiona, I think the last time I experienced this amount of joy and peace within myself was when I was a teenager. I didn't know that this feeling is still available. So, if it is that you want to regain those aspects of yourself that you feel either was lost or has been suppressed or is not available for you, or yeah, then you can probably benefit by a session. And the beauty of my sessions is I can either do it online via WhatsApp video call, or in person here in Durban. And yeah, it's just, if you get called to, if you are drawn to, then I look forward to seeing you. Bye for now.